I don't know if you guys are going to fully believe this, because I don't know whether I fully believe this or not. There's just no other explanation. Okay, so I have a skirt. This skirt in particular, okay? This skirt in particular. I was wearing it today. I don't know if you saw the bottom is wet because I just was washing it, but anyways. So I have my towel like that, not because I was like masturbating and like squirting or anything like that. It's because I'm on my period, and I don't know, I just get anxious about getting blood on the bed, which I have done that to Olivia before, and I'm sorry for getting blood on your bed. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But anyways, okay, so that's part of the story though. Okay, so today, that skirt. Let's start with the skirt. The skirt, it had a stain on it like 3 weeks ago. It was 3 weeks ago. I remember seeing a stain on it, on the back. I was like, that's weird. No, I don't know. I was like, there's a stain on it. I didn't like think of anything past that. Besides that, I was like, okay, there's a stain on it. And then I brought it to the laundry place. When I got it back, I specifically took it out and looked at it to see if the stain was gone. The stain was gone. I was like, sweet, you know? And then the stain was just gone, right? And then today I went for a walk, far. It was a pretty far walk. And I came back, my skirt was sweaty, so I took it off and I lied on the bed. So I had like a full view of it, and I remember like thinking like, oh yeah, the stain is gone. Like that's nice, you know, the stain. I didn't think those thoughts specifically, but I remember looking at it specifically and seeing no stain. So I was looking at it, you know, it was there. And it was just nicely and clean, you know? Anyways, then I went to see Olivia down the road, and I was sitting on the couch, and it just dawned on me I was like, oh, I just hope I'm not bleeding everywhere. Not that I'm even a heavy bleeder, like I'm not, but I don't know. I just, for some reason, I just don't want to bleed on people's, I don't know. I don't do this usually. Like at home, I have white sheets. I mean, I wouldn't care if I bled on my own sheets, but like, I don't ever do, anyways, I don't know why I have an over anxiety about bleeding on things recently, because this is not something I normally, anyways, again, I already just said that, it doesn't matter. Not even relevant to the story. But anyways, I remember I was reading a book, and I got up and I was like, oh, I just want to like make sure I'm not bleeding on anything. I get up, I look down, there was like, it looks like someone previously had a blood stain there. So it wasn't a new stain. It was a stain that looked like it had been washed. Okay? And I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, oh, but maybe that stain is from me. And then I go and look at my skirt, and there was a stain on my skirt, but it was the same stain that was there before, from what I can recall. It was the same color, which was like here, you can see it. It's kind of wet now, but like I couldn't get the stain out, but this is it. Can you see that right there? And it's like kind of sort of in the spot of like if you were bleeding, like in the middle at the back, sort of, right? But like it's an obvious stain. When the skirt is dry and you look at it, like your eye goes right to it. You know what I mean? So like I would have known if it was there before. And when you look on the inside, like the stain is not from the inside. You know what I mean? The stain was from the outside, and I was like, well, there's no way that the stain came from the couch, because that stain is just old looking, you know? It definitely looks like that's what it was, like someone bled on the couch, but it wasn't me, because this isn't even blood. Like it looked like, I don't know what it could be. It looks like it could have maybe been blood at one point. Anyways, it doesn't matter. And I was like, to make sure, I wanted to check, like if my underwear was like bleeding, there was like any like excess of blood, you know? So, but there was no toilet paper. And then I went to Olivia, and she's like, there's coffee filters in the thing. And so I was like, oh, coffee filters, okay. So I used a coffee filter. Rub it on my underwear. Nothing, no red, nothing. It was completely clean. So I was like, okay, well, obviously, this isn't a fresh stain. This is an old stain. So somewhere in between when I left to go to Olivia's and then when that happened, I feel like, I was like, because when I left, the stain was not there, I don't think. Okay, so it was here. I can't be sure, because this was drying, and then at one point I flipped it over. So So it was front facing when I put it on again, right? But it definitely wasn't there earlier today, 100%. Like, you know, sometimes you can say I'm 100% about something and then, you know, you were wrong, you know what I mean? And that's what I keep going back to, because I'm like, this is so fucked. But it's like, no, there's been several occasions when I've specifically looked for the stain, and it's like, it's an obvious stain. You can't tell now because it's wet, but when it's dry, it's obvious. It's obvious. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. Like, I specifically was looking for the stain, and I didn't see it. So I was like what the fuck is happening? So then I Googled. I'm like, the only thing that I could think of that would be explaining this is that I jumped timelines. And then I Googled it and I watched a video, and this girl was like, yeah, like sometimes I like leave and there's a car that's perfectly clean outside, and then I come back, same car, fucking dirty, like looked like they went through like the mud and like there was a rainstorm. Or she said she has a neighbor that sometimes he's fit and his roommate looks like it would be his daughter, and then sometimes he's 75 pounds heavier and his roommate looks like it was his wife or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's odd. But like clearly those are like two different timelines, you know what I mean? So I'm like, did I jump to a timeline when my skirt was dirty? But because now it's making me feel like I went like back, like I regressed in some way. Because my skirt's dirty and it was dirty, and then it got clean. But technically, I guess, maybe the time when my skirt was clean was before the stain. So maybe I like went back. It's not even back, because everything is all at the same time. It's just a different timeline. I just went to a different timeline. So I don't know how it works. I don't know how timelines work, or like matrix, or like 3D, 4D. I don't know any of this shit. Like, I'm not informed in any of that stuff. I would like to be, and it's making me want to. This is the same, like, timeline thing was the shit that got me into the Alien books. Remember the Alien book? Yeah, so I don't know. It's like Sunday though, and I'm like not really close to editing my video yet, so I'm like a little worried about that, because like I kind of just want to chill and like read about this shit right now, because my back also really fucking hurts, so I just want to like lie down, or like, I don't know, just not sit and edit. But, and I'm just like, I have like an insatiable desire to learn about this now, the timeline shit, because I'm so confused about it. I don't know, like, it doesn't, like, half of me, when I talk about it, is like 100% definitive that that is what happened. I for sure jumped timelines. And then there's another part of me, it's a smaller part, that's like, or maybe you just fucking didn't see the stain. But, you know, maybe that's my ego. I'm not really sure. I'm still not even really sure, like, what the definitive lines between ego and all this shit is. Like, I don't know. I'm very sure on a lot of things. Ew, when I like think about these things of like the things that I don't know yet, half of me is like, oh, well, why don't you know these things, Mar? But then the other half of me is like, that's so exciting that we have all of this knowledge yet to learn. We're gonna go with the positive side. This side's clearly the positive side. This side's clearly the like higher self version of me. That side's clearly the fucking stupid ass human side. I'm just kidding. Not stupid ass, but you know, the side that's mean. The mean side. So yeah. I don't know. If any of you guys have experienced things like that similarly, that are similar, let me know. I'm intrigued. I want to know more. I want to hear about them. So, yeah. Okay. Fuck, I really just want to learn about shit and read, but that's what I did yesterday. Yesterday I was like, I just feel like reading all day. So I didn't edit and I just read. But I've been doing that a lot lately. Just like, oh, I just feel like learning. I feel like learning. All I feel like doing right now is learning. That's it. All I feel like doing is learning and reading. And like consuming knowledge all the time, 24/7. All I want to do is consume knowledge. I wouldn't say 24/7, but I would say like almost very, very, very close to 24/7 is I feel like consuming knowledge. Like, I'm almost upset at the fact that I can't consume knowledge quicker. I am upset about that, but I should not be. I should be excited at the vast amount of knowledge that I have yet to learn, which is, it is exciting. That is exciting. So, fuck. Well, you know, maybe I'll edit for a little bit, and then, even just saying that, I'm like, no, I want to fucking learn. I want to learn. And I really am not sure. I was thinking about this yesterday. I was like, how much of me is like the learning, wanting to learn, like, is it me procrastinating, or is it like, no, it's not. Me wanting to learn is literally just a pure desire that I have, that I just want to be learning. That's what I feel like doing right now. I'm in a phase of wanting to learn. I don't know, but I have to edit my video. I know that I could just do it tomorrow. I'm confident in the fact that I have the ability to do it tomorrow in one day, because I've already edited it for enough to the point where I'm at the point where I could do it in a day, but do I want to do it in one day? That's the thing, you know? I kind of want to give it 2 days. My back really hurts though. Guys. Okay, well, I'm gonna go do one of those things, either edit my video or read. Really would prefer to read. Oh, one more thing that I want to fucking say about the stain thing. So every time I experience something weird, it's like spirit like make sure that it does things to make sure that I believe them. So that it's like I have like extra evidence. Cause like one thing on its own, it's like you could fucking explain it away. But then when there's multiple things that kind of go together, it's like, that's weird, you know? Like, for example, on 2 occasions, at least 2 to 3 times, there has just random stains have just shown up on my bed. Random stains that like, you could look at the bed, it's a white, perfectly clean white sheet. And then I'll look at it, and then there's a random stain. That it's like, how would that have even gotten there? I don't even know what this stain is of. Like, I wash it and then it comes out, but like, it's like 2 to 3 times this has happened. It happened actually recently, like the other day, 2 days ago or something like that. I just look, and it's like, how did that get there? What is it? In my mind, it's so fucking weird, and it's like, how did that happen? That it's like, it couldn't have been me. It's like, it just couldn't have been me. And then so that combined with this thing, both so weird and unexplainable that it's like, again, they're both things that you could easily be like, well, maybe I just didn't notice it. But it's like, no, I would have fucking noticed. I'm not that fucking blind. I don't know. Like, I'm sure there's lots of people that will be like, oh, you know, no, you probably just didn't notice it. But it's like, no, I think I would have, actually. Yeah, because it's like 1 second, the stain's not there, clearly. A second later, I turn around and look, and there's just a stain that I have no idea what the fuck this is. I have no idea what that is, where it could have come from, how it could have gotten there. And it's like, I know that a mere minutes ago, it was not there. So, there's those things. And like, I think I might talk about it in today's video actually, but I'm just gonna mention this. How 2 nights ago, not yesterday, but the day before. Not yesterday, but the day before. Okay, so much shit happened. First thing, my mic stopped fucking working. It stopped working. My like little mic thing that I used to talk, it stopped working. Am I gonna combine these in different videos? Whatever, it doesn't matter. It stopped working. The mic stopped working, and I know that I can't know any of these things for sure, okay? They're just inner feelings they're what I feel. So believe what you feel like believing, because I don't even know what I believe. This is kind of weird how all this happened, but okay. So my mic stopped working. But then in another video, you can't hear it if you watch it on TV, but on the video, what video was it? My morning routine? No. Was it my morning routine video? I think it was my morning routine video, maybe, potentially, around that time. I'm talking about spirits, yeah, it's morning routine. And then while I'm talking about the spirit thing, like there's a buzzing sound in the thing. And I've noticed that that'll happen sometimes, but like frequency will come in, like a buzzing sound will come in, but it will always only be on clips where I don't want to use that clip. It's weird. Like the good clip always is perfectly fine. Or maybe not perfectly fine, but like mostly. And then there was one time where there was like it was in the last video that I posted, which was the long vlog, whatever. But there was one part where I was like, I don't know if there was a buzzing sound, but I was like, it's fine. And then I was like, going to refilm it, because I like wanted to say what I was saying differently. And then, but I had already exported and uploaded the video to YouTube, so I was already okay with what I was saying. But then I maybe regretted it, or had second guesses about it or whatever, and then so I go to re-record it, but the mic was just buzzing and I couldn't re-record it, and then I kept re-recording it to try and make the buzzing go away, and then at one point the video part of it got laggy, okay, and then the mic started working, but then the picture was like super laggy, so I was like, okay, well now I know that the mic isn't what's fucked, because the mic started working, but the fact that the mic started working at the exact time that the video stopped working, I was like, okay, so this is clearly something fucking with me, okay? Something fucking with me. And so, okay, whatever. And then my mic just completely stopped working. It completely stopped working. I haven't checked it again today, but like 2 days ago, it just wouldn't work the whole entire day, which is fucked. Oh, but again, back to that video where it was like not working when the part that I want to say, and then I rewatched what I had originally filmed, and I was like, oh, well, this is actually fine. So to me, in my mind, it felt like Spirit just didn't want me to re-record it because it was fine the way that it was. I didn't need to like change what I was going to say. So I was like, okay, but then my fucking thing stopped working completely. And then, same fucking day, I go to brush my teeth at night, my toothbrush stopped working. Wouldn't turn on at all whatsoever. And if you, hopefully by this time I maybe have posted the video where the fucking toothbrush just randomly turned on. It has not done that once since that day. Not once. But then now my toothbrush just stopped working completely. It just won't fucking turn on. Which is fucking weird that it happened on the same day that my mic stopped working. Okay? And then, also, same fucking day, 2 days ago, my portable charger, where is it? This. There's like little, thing indicators, but it only the lights turn on when it's being in use. Okay? The light, it was just chilling on my nightstand, so I could see it. The light just kept randomly turning on. I took a video of it, but it doesn't do justice how much it kept turning on and turning off and turning on and turning off, like faster than it normally would. It was just like going haywire on the same day that my fucking toothbrush and the thing happened, and on the same day the fucking lights in that pool over there started having a seizure. Like they're strobing, still doing it 2 days later. I fucking messaged the front desk about it yesterday. They didn't do anything about it, but it's literally like they're very lucky that nobody clearly here has fucking epilepsy, because the light is fucked. I'll show you a video of it. But it's just fucked to me that all four of those things happen in the exact same day. Like one of those things happening on its own is weird, but you probably be like, oh, well, you know, it's fine. You would explain it away. But having them all happen at the same time, not that I know what it means at all whatsoever. I just know that there's, you know, spirits like around. I don't know. I don't know what it means, but I know that it's something. Something's happening, you know? And that's something. I don't know what it means. I definitely don't think it's a bad thing. I don't know. At first I was like, oh, are you trying to tell me something? Is there something that I need to know? You know? But it's kind of like the same thing as with the light. The light from my fan, you know? It's like, are you trying to warn me of something? Is there something I need to know? Or are you just chilling, coming to say hi? And like, to me, I feel like it's like it's like, you know, just, it's a positive thing. I'm taking it as a positive thing. And I'm not that there's something that I need to do, you know, because I don't feel like there is, but it's just fucking weird. It's just weird. So, yeah. I hope that my mic starts working again, and my toothbrush. I would like that. If not, I'm gonna just have to buy new ones, but today, I used my toothbrush from the peso store, so at least I had that, came in handy, because using the other toothbrush that's from the thing, the circle one, it's weird. It's weird using it by itself. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up now. I just clearly don't want to go edit my video today. It's not what I feel like doing, but I don't know. That's weird, guys. It's just weird. It's weird. It's weird. And the easiest thing for spirit to impact is electronics. And that's weird, okay? It's weird. So, yeah, okay. Goodbye. Okay, I just want to show you this fucking pool. Oh my god. That's the fan. What I was talking about, like, it's literally, wait for the fucking strobe. It's like enough to give someone a mental illness right here. Imagine sitting in a pool that's doing that. No, the camera is actually not doing it justice for how it is flashing. It's like, no, it doesn't do it justice. It's way more fucked in real life when I look at it. But it's something. And I'll show you my setup for blocking out as much of it as possible from inside, but basically, I just wanted to talk about how I'm like dealing with current situations, because I feel like I've experienced a lot of growth, to be honest with you. So, I mean, I've messaged the front desk people about that twice, and they've done nothing about it. But I'm low-key hoping that, I mean, it has to be resolved. There's no way that it's just gonna stay like that for the whole fucking time I'm here. I won't let it, but I know that there's no way, new people just moved into that place, I think, today, so we'll see what happens. But that's not the point, that's besides the point. The point here is that, so, a couple things actually I want to touch on. So, the first thing is that, you know, I started to think about, actually, the fact that, you know, every experience that happens in your life, you manifested it, right? So like you need to take responsibility for it. And then I started thinking about how like, oh, well maybe, you know, the 2 days ago when my mic broke, my fucking toothbrush broke, that thing happened. It's like these things, I was like, okay, so if I've manifested all these things randomly all on the same day, right? Then it's my fault, you know? Like obviously I did it. And then, so I was like, okay, well, because at first I was like, well, no, these are just all, you know, signs from the universe that, which I do think that they are, like all signs of the universe that from that like, you know, I'm on the right track, you know. And then I like started questioning, like, oh, well, maybe these are actually negative manifestations of how I'm feeling, which is, to me, I was like, well, that's crazy because I've been feeling better than I've ever felt in my entire life. And if I'm getting negative manifestations from feeling the best I've ever felt in my entire life, I was like, something's up, you know? Either, is that a mosquito? No. Maybe. I think it is. Not in my house. Did I get it? No? See, now that is like an addition to it, actually. Well, maybe it's because I'm talking about it. See, this is why I haven't been vlogging, because I just don't want to put words or thought to like anything that's going on in my present reality. You know what I mean? But I feel like the reason I vlog is like, it's not for me, it's to share my journey, you know? And so that's why I'm choosing to document this. But anyways, that mosquito has to go. See, all of these feelings are the same feelings. So maybe there is something going on with me, you know? Because today also, well, okay, so today, it's really weird. So a new person came into my apartment today. Like, because I'm Airbnb-ing it. A new person came in today. And so 2 people have already been here for 2 separate months. And so my TV had like this weird issue that like sometimes the sound would make a weird sound. But then there's been 2 people there for 2 months who just hadn't said anything about the TV. I was like, nice. But then today, a new person came and she's like, oh, the TV is making a weird sound. So I was like, damn, you know. I want to just recognize though to myself that I was like perfectly fine about it. I was like, you know what, it's fine. I'll figure it out, it'll get resolved, it's no problem. This mosquito, okay. I feel like when you try and kill it with your hands, like it just moves in the wind of your hands. You know what I mean? But did I get it? I doubt it, but now I'm putting it all together that all of these things that happened, the mosquito, the TV, this fucking strobe light thing, it's all giving me a feeling overall. Like if you were to think of what these things cause you, it's like inconvenience, maybe a little frustration, you know? Yeah, that's the feeling that these things give you. And it's weird because if I try to look back at what it is that causes me to feel these things, I have no idea, but clearly something. If that's what all of these things are clear manifestations of, you know? So maybe I do need to do something, but it's just weird. It's weird that all those things happened on the same day. You know? It's weird. It's weird. This mosquito though, I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna kill it. But what I really wanted to say was how I was proud of myself for how I was positively handling them. But now that I've been talking about them, it's got me in the vibration of the currently what's going on. See, this is why I don't like vlogging. And it's got me feeling like, you know, maybe I am fucking up. And now I'm like more in that vibration. I need to get out of this. And as soon as I stop talking here, I'm gonna go address this vibrational, you know, issue that I've got going on. But or maybe we can do it on camera together, who knows? But I wanted to say that I was proud of myself for how positively I've been handling these things and being like, oh, well, you know what, it's fine, it'll all get resolved and like, whatever. I know it'll get resolved, like I do. Like, I know that, oh, I was gonna say, wow, maybe it would just stop, but it didn't. Is the mosquito gone? Did I kill it? Cause bitch. Yeah, I don't know, I've definitely been lingering in that like lower vibration right now since I started talking about it, which is why I'm not vlogging, and I've said that already. But let's try and get ourselves back up to where we want to be. Okay, so I've been doing a lot of reading. Like I said, I didn't end up editing today, even though it's Sunday, and I haven't started doing any of the edits on my video. That's okay, because tomorrow we're gonna get it all done. And I know that I'm capable of doing it all in one day. And you know what, especially when it's crunch time, you know? I thrive in crunch time. And I've never actually, it's been a while since I had like a video gone down to crunch time like this, but I do thrive in crunch time. So I'm confident in my ability to get it done tomorrow. Without a shadow of a doubt, I know I'll get it done. But let's just, okay, well, this mosquito is clearly preoccupying my mind. Let's just assume that I killed it. Because let's assume that I killed it, okay? Let's just do that. Because I am now wasting time looking for this mosquito. So anyways, okay. So basically, every time that you experience something that you don't want, you automatically send out into the universe a desire for the opposite of that. Automatically, you don't need to ask. So your inner being, which is source energy, which is literally, the analogy that they used to describe it is like, am I gonna go off on this whole tangent? I see, okay, should I just turn this off for a second? Yeah. You know what, fuck the mosquito. You know what, I'm giving it my fucking attention, and I don't want to do that. Okay, we're moving on from the mosquito. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fucking fine. Okay, anyways, what you give your attention to is where your fucking energy goes, and what you are thinking is what you are attracting. I don't think that I'm gonna be able to explain this very well. What is it that I even want to explain? Basically, you need to be very, very, very intentional with what you're thinking about. I was just thinking about that mosquito for way too long. You know? And you get to choose, again, you get to choose how you look at things. You get to choose your attitude. You get to choose your attitude, okay? I am choosing to look at all of these things as opportunities for me to, I don't know what I'm trying to say right now. Clearly I'm a little frustrated and flustered, but this is why I don't like fucking talking about things, because then it just gets me in this like negative loop, whereas I was feeling really good before. I came on to talk about how good I was feeling, and then talking about the bad things that were happening made me feel bad. So this is a demonstration of what not to do. Don't talk about things that are happening in your life that are bad. This is why I stopped vlogging, and I've already said that. I need to get myself feeling better than how I'm feeling. So what I'm gonna do is just reach for thoughts that feel better than how I feel. Well, first of all, what I'm gonna do is close my blinds so that I no longer have to think about the fucking strobe light thing every time I look out my window. So I'm just gonna close that. And instead, I'm gonna start to think about things that I do appreciate about my environment. Number one, I have blackout curtains, which is great. I appreciate that, and I like that. Yeah, the mosquito is really testing me right now, you know? Really testing me. Okay, for some reason, I don't feel like getting back into alignment on camera. I don't know. I feel like I'm better off doing it on my own. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, you know what? No, I'm gonna try, but I'm just gonna pretend that the camera's not there, sort of, and then just go. Okay, so I know that everything is going to get resolved. I know that the best way to get what I want is to be happy. And I know that there are many, many things for me to focus on in my life that are good and that I can appreciate, like my bed and my health and my blinds and my lovely mood lighting, and I have AC, and I have power, and I have Wi-Fi, and I have a healthy body, and I get to do Pilates tomorrow, and I have lots of food to eat, and I just went grocery shopping, and I have lots of clean water to drink, and everything that I want is coming to me, and it's gonna be so much fun when it comes, and I know that everything that I've ever wanted is waiting for me and waiting to come for me, and none of any of these problems that are coming to me matter, and they're literally gonna get solved easily. And I don't even need to think about them. I literally never need to think about them. I don't need to think about them because they're not even problems. They're already solved. As soon as they happen, they're already solved, and all of the solutions and answers are all coming to me merely by me being happy. Merely by me being happy and being joyous, because that is my natural state. My natural state is happy. Anything other than it is you just disallowing your state of happiness, your state of love, your state of joy, your state of appreciation. That is your natural state. And anything other than that is you just simply disallowing it. Any negative feelings means that your inner being, your source, is not thinking about what you're thinking about. Like that mosquito. Yeah. Anyways, back to positive thoughts. Positive thoughts. Any negative thoughts are literally indicators that you are thinking a thought that is only it's only going to bring more bad things into your life. And your inner being, your source, is not thinking about that. They're not thinking about that at all. They are the most expanded version of you. They are standing in a place that has everything that you want, that you have created by going through anything negative in your life. You've created this inner being vibrational place where you are standing, and all you need to do is line up with the feelings of your inner being. Your inner being loves you. Your inner being has a feeling of love and worthiness. I don't know, something about talking on camera is making me like anxious or something. I don't know. I'm just gonna stop. Okay, bye. I just realized that the anxiety, this is like literally, I turned the camera off, turned the light off, it came back. I realized that I'm feeling anxious about talking because I feel like I've just learned so much. I've read so much in the last like 2 days that I sort of feel like I need to like explain things that I'm saying in order for what I'm saying to make sense. And there's just so much for me to say that it makes me anxious, because it's like, where do I begin? What do I say? There's so much to say. There's so much that I've learned. You know what I mean? So I think it's best for me to find my place of alignment on my own, and then feel good. I just am gonna get to a very good feeling place, because that's always my number one priority. And you can't just like jump from a weird feeling place to a very good feeling place. You just need to search for a thought that's a little bit better than what you're feeling right now. Search for a feeling of relief, a little bit better than what you're feeling right now, and then go find your way up, you know? And that's what I'm gonna do now. So, yes. Okay, goodbye.
Do da do dee 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 da da do 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 do. Yeah.